Hello everyone, welcome back. It's been a bit. Happy holidays and all that. On getting the first record I got, which was second place, and then I think I spent 30 minutes to an hour. No, I spent like 2 hours on my second record because it the first record I released I was in like 7th, 8th, 10th play. I don't really, God, I think it was like 14th or something. And then I got first place. And then what I thought was amazing was, I don't know how long, but it must have been only like an hour or two after I released the original. The person who had the record originally immediately got it back, and I was just blown away by that. God, what was I even doing last time I was on? We explored, we found the stupid bike that isn't in my inventory. Hopefully it's in the bus. What else has happened? I probably failed my science exam. That was fun. Then I also need water because I'm apparently about to die.
Vital signs stabilizing.
For now. You can buy anything you want. Alice's restaurant, except an Alice. You can buy anything you want at Alice's restaurant. Come right in, it's around the back. Half a mile from the railroad track. You can buy anything you want at Alice's restaurant. It's just a good song. I don't know. The thing with that is, though, is while it is a good song, it is a long song. Why don't you swing it? There we go. It's a very long song. Quite an arduous task of listening to, which makes it good for drives. If you got a drive that's like 20 minutes away, perfect. Put that on and you can enjoy yourself. You might have to add like a second song to the next up.
Calorie intake recommended.
But other than that, like, it's perfectly timed. I don't fucking need this, do I? I do, but I don't want it. Man, my dad would be pissed if he saw me playing like this, because he hates watching me play stuff, because I jump so quickly between, like, pages and whatnot. Ha! Can I run one of those things over real quick? Fucking hate those. Yeah, right there, I see you. Malicious act of violence. I've seen a lot of people talking about it. It's just like, I'm not old. Like, I'm not even in my 20s yet. But a lot of the things I experienced as a kid are completely gone. YouTube has been one of those things where careers can fly by and so quickly. And I think something that was interesting that I've seen is, was it Stampy, who is a large Minecraft YouTuber. I never watched him, but I knew of him because I grew up in the early, like, YouTube landscape, and even then, not early, I'd say, like, now it's in the middle of where YouTube was. It was like 2015, whatnot, but I grew up with people like Think Noodles and Dan TDM, and he's not someone I ever watched, but he was a name I was aware of just because being in those communities, and he was very popular. And I mean, now I think he still does YouTube, but his prominence just dropped off so much. And that's something that came up, and like, as well with YouTubers changing their styles or just growing out of them because you get older, isn't really something I've experienced. And I don't feel like many people used to experience that feeling until they were older, because they would look back on it and be like, oh yeah, I remember this. But I think it's just with the way the internet is and how quickly things are changing, that like I'm starting to get these nostalgia cycles of like, oh, I remember back in the day when I used to watch this. And maybe that's just me being incredibly pretentious, probably is, but it's just something I found so interesting because like watching my younger brother now and the stuff he's watching, like he's watched some of the same things, but at the same time, like some of his stuff's completely different. And
The artifact you found contains traces of information suggesting what has become of my people.
it really puts things into perspective, is guess what I'm saying.
New technology acquired.
It's one of those just weird things to come to terms with, that it's like, yep, these people you watch don't do the same thing anymore. We don't really know what happened to them, because I mean sometimes you get people who are on the internet who just drop off the face of the earth, whether they decided, I need to do something else, or this is making enough, or something happens to them. And I mean that's the nature of the internet, because you form these parasocial relationships. It's disheartening when people just stop or disappear and whatnot. And it brings up this interesting part of how genuine can you be, because obviously it's a parasocial relationship. So when you get the people who comment like, oh, hope you're doing better and all those things, it's always felt kind of awkward to me, because like you want to say something, you've built this real like parasocial relationship, but also you're there for a exchange. Your views normally on most video websites give them money, and you get content out of watching them. Chat, that's really bizarre. Oh, really? Wow, that's crazy. We got we got spam. Uh 18 sex dot xyz hot photos of my sister. Heart emoji. And there's a 3D game I'd like to eventually work on, because I have no ability to model and I have basic 3D animation skills, but you can use like modern iPhones, modern Android phones, to scan in models. So, oh, I need a room for somewhere, find a place, see if I can like pay for a place to film. It's an open room, scan the entire room. Need a person? Okay, scan them in. Like, and for that you can just scan in a voice actor or something. So it makes it really convenient and easy, modern day wise. I'm gonna kill that thing. We're gonna go to war. Come on, at me. Come at me, bro. Yeah. Fuck you. Because that's how I start all my sentences. Phil Oaks manages to try a lot of interesting things. That has nothing to do with what I wanted to say. Jesus. Germa. That was the guy I was talking about. What the fuck? I mean, he did the Dollhouse stream, which actively took in, like, live viewers, like, votes on how things should change. And I think that's already just a fascinating concept on its own that could totally be used to make more things. God damn it. I'm not even gonna have any copper, am I?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I was watching, try to finally get to the point before my brain shuts off again. I was watching his WWE like German rumbles, and they're just funny. You get stuff like one of his own characters, and then it's just versus Joe Biden. Like, completely random and bizarre, but always manages to be entertaining. I can't commentate on anything while playing games, apparently. My brain is just shutting off constantly. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I've found fragments everywhere. Where's the most interesting spot? I could just go collect all of these. Might even be worthwhile. But what if instead of doing that, we look for hunt areas? See, our power's going up way faster now. Is that the only place? So that's the reason we couldn't find anything. We're just completely out of range. From the look of it. 1, 2. I need another battery at some point. Because I'm still running around without full power on a lot of things. Let's see if I can actually formulate my thoughts for a second. Germa 985 is a content creator. And I find his content very interesting because he has, he's very quick-witted, and he has this ability, he's very good at acting, and he has this ability to
Calorie intake
kind
recommended.
of switch the way he's talking or presenting just on a dime. And it makes his content very engaging to watch because you're constantly wondering what's going to happen the next. Because a lot of his content kind of leans into that absurdist, over-the-top quality. See, I finally managed to speak for once. You can say it's a Christmas miracle. The heat is so intense, it cooks the fish. Can I go here without dying? No! No! I can't. Ow! I just wanted to look at the fish. With people. I went to, what would it have been? It would have been a UA World from My Hero Academia. And there was someone getting fucking screamed at by someone who was supposed to be the teacher for, I think it was not wearing socks or something? It was like, not, they didn't wear socks or shoes. So the person came over and looked at me and was like, "What do you think?" And I kind of just died of laughter because it was really funny. And then also a bunch of my mom's cousins had children. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, hi. Yeah, get the fuck off. Get off. Get off. Get off. Go fuck yourself. The sleeper module. I can make that.
You fucking whore! Fuck you!
Locations of images. So originally I was like looking and I'm like, oh, there's a phone number in this picture. What does what's the phone number lead to? And this was not what the people who made it were thinking. So I was looking for stuff like that. And then I remembered, oh yeah, if you look in the properties of an image, a lot of the times on newer devices it logs the latitude and longitude. I've seen this before. I It's not even comparable. Oh, this is the one with the jukebox. Sleep.
What happens as you are sleeping? I was being pulled from a logical world to a logical world, with you at the center of them all.
I was dreaming. The brain processes in mysterious ways when we sleep.
Does it serve a purpose? It was such disorienting and fragmented thought. Random images and sensations.
No one is completely sure what it does. There are theories, but every human dreams. Many other mammals too.
Is it enjoyable?
It can be. We can experience impossible joy, and also impossible terror in our dreams. Sometimes I can fly. Sometimes I call out to Sam and can't reach her. Sometimes I'm in my underwear, defending my doctoral thesis. It's a mixed bag.
Your biofeedback indicates that flying is the most enjoyable dream. I therefore hope you have many more of those. Mainly for my own safety.
Zippo lighters suck at lighting candles. They're horrible. Luckily, this candle wick isn't far down enough that I can't use it. That is going to be our clue to finding that lady. This light. The fact that these are set up.
Didn't I tell you to stay away?
From
See?
what? I don't even know who you are.
Marguerite Maida's the name. You're on my turf.
Great. Can I come in and warm up?
What part of go away do you not understand, Altera?
I'm not with Altera.
I think she was part of the in the previous game. There were there's two ships that crashed. The Aurora and then another one I don't remember. She was at least in the beta part of that second or the first group that landed. But I don't know what happened to her. Or fuck. Oh, dang. That actually scared me. Good job.
I told you to stay off my land.
She looks like she's from
That thing?
Next time I'll let him tear you to ribbons, Altera.
I'm not with Altera.
Altera.
I'm Robin Ayu. I'm looking for information about my sister Sam. I think you might have crossed paths.
Bull crap. I suggest you take the time you need to come to your senses and then get off my sea base.
That's a...
If you're not Altera, why don't you disable that damn tracking satellite tower instead of barging into my sea base?
That's how I do it.
Maybe once Altera's off my back, I'll remember something about your sister.
I'll do that, thank you.
There's some junk on that table that might help. I couldn't get it to work.
That... What's the aliens called? What do they call them? The well, technically, we're the aliens here. What's the group that Owen's a part of? You're the... whatever. That pad that it was chewing on. Architect. Did I piss you off? I'm sorry, hi. Okay, I'll leave you alone. I'll leave you alone. Boom, 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 boom. I love that song. It's so good. Okay. Is that just a general thing you decided to say, or is there a
If
reason?
you search this area, you can find a component to help build my body.
Okay, well. Bit forward, aren't we? Let's find out.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Yeah, that's definitely not good. Oh
I
god.
strongly sense my people's technology nearby.
Yeah, Alan, I'm gonna die.
Body component is near.
I'm too far away, aren't I? No, 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 no. Come on, come on, come on. There's gotta be an oxygen thing somewhere.
Oxygen.
No, 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 no. Come on, you bastard. Oxygen, oxygen, oxygen. I'm gonna drown right next to one, aren't I? Fuck, do I not have anything? I don't wanna... hello there. Yes, you're a funny little man, aren't you? Stay back, or you will get zapped. I could use this. Oh, okay. What the hell was that base for? I assume it was for, like, the thing you always see in the movies, and I mean even in real life. You watch Shark Week, where they put a guy in a cage and it's like, oh, let's look at the sharks. Nothing could go wrong. Ah, we're under attack. It's just, you know, sharks. Along with those predictions of the end of the world, you got a lot of people predicting, interestingly enough, how 24-hour news would have a negative effect, and I mean those weren't the kind of popular people of the time, so got mainly ignored. Yes, people were annoyed. And now we're starting to see the effects of that. But I think it's really interesting because I think I can attest to 24-hour news sucks. It's horrible. Because back in the days of the newspaper, you would get your news, I mean, the big ones would get you news every day. You look at it and you'd be like, oh, but this is what's going on, let's see what happens. But with the 24-hour thing, it's just, it's so constant. I mean, it's really hard, unless you're paying attention, to actually follow up news things. You'll hear news bulletins. And I mean, it just flashes right in front of you, and you don't really take anything in from it. And rebreather. No, go up. Go, well, not that far up. Go up, but there, up. Get out, up. Okay, turn up. Then get out, up, and then go up, and then you dump all your lithium in the one spot, so you got an actual room to do shit. That's fine, don't worry about it. It's just a dent. It's just a dent in the side of the car. It's fine. Don't worry about it. If it repairs and powers everything, that's really good, actually. Come take a walk with me through this green and growing land. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that is so cool. It seals around it. It pops the... That looks sketchy, but okay. That is so cool. Does it actually have an effect? Like, is it charging it or what? What happened? That is so cool. I need to build some things. I need some lithium, which I have somewhere. And somewhere of minor importance, I found lithium, which can be used to make explosives, I'm pretty sure, but that's beside the point. Ooh, I can talk about that. That's a fun story. I got a letter from the FBI sent to my house. Now, amazingly enough, not for anything bad. Because I actually do have an acquaintance who got a letter from the FBI for doing something they probably shouldn't have. But I got it because I put in a file of information request. Partially just because it was like, will they actually send me anything? Not really. And like how it functions, so I put that in. And I didn't tell anyone else that I put it in. So just on my computer, and someone comes in my room and they're like, hey, you got a letter from the FBI. And I was like, what did you do? And I was like, oh, no, I don't know. But I opened it and I was like, you know what, now I remember what this was. Why is the snow fox here? It's always nice to get people viewing, whether it's for like a second or two. Because it artificially inflates my viewer count with people who probably aren't interested in my content. No, I like when people stick around. I just think that there's something about me that finds it humorous, because you always got the varying YouTubers talking their stuff and saying, oh, subscribe, like and subscribe. But I think it's a lot funnier to just be like, yeah, go away. Take your taps from my home and leave my life alone, you know. Shut up. You suck. You're literal trash. You leave behind trash. Once again, how many of these people died? Because... Oh, hello. Last I checked, there were like, what? 5 people, maybe? Oh! Oh my god. Okay, good job on them. That was... I didn't expect it to jump. First of all. And then the fucking punch noise was like... physically, like, no, auditorily, it caused me panic. What is it? Isn't that like the B-movie opening where it's like, by all known conventions, the bee should not be able to fly because it's stupid. What a weird movie. I loved that movie as a kid. I don't know why even. I didn't even remember half the movie for a period of time. Forgot what it was about. I could have sworn that, like, I must have skipped the ending or something, because I could not remember that they land the fucking plane with a bunch of bees as a target. I couldn't remember that. That's like a fundamental part of the movie, which is stupid, and I love it. I was listening to Gunfight at Carnegie Hall, a Phil Oakes album, a live album, in fact. And I love it. I believe it's the Elvis Presley melody that he plays. And I can actually explain this because I've explained it to other people in detail, why I think it's such a good moment. Have, I think, one of the best audience reflections out of any of his pieces. I'm going to start over. Carnegie Hall. Gunfight at Carnegie Hall. Not the last performance of Phil Oakes, but one of the last performances. He was inspired by seeing Elvis, and he, I believe, obviously knew of his music before, but he saw Elvis as this great American troubadour who not only rooted a lot of his music in American culture, but also rooted it in, he was this figure with a lot of sway, and he was obviously very successful as an artist. And I think Phil always tried to accomplish that. If you look at what he did throughout his work. And Gunfight at Carnegie Hall is kind of the combination of all these ideas, and he got the person who designed like Elvis's suits. So he's wearing this like gaudy golden suit, and he goes up and he does sing some of his own songs, but he mainly sings these 50s rock and roll melodies, because he kind of explains it as like this is what he saw as his origin of a lot of his musical knowledge and how he writes things. He goes up and sings on stage, and at first people are fine with it. There's a really funny part in the first song, which I believe is A Fool Such As I. No, it's Mona Lisa? Shit, I don't even remember. Let's see. It's been a while. Mona Lisa or a fool such as I, one of the two. Mona Lisa, first song. At the end, he kind of talks as he would normally do during a live show, and discusses what he's going to be doing. And he's talking about basically integrity. And someone in this crowd decides to yell strip at him. It adds a bit of humor to the situation. So he continues on a bit. And then he starts singing his songs. And the crowd kind of gets a bit annoyed with him because he's not doing a majority of his stuff. He's doing like a few of his popular hits, but he's doing a lot of these Elvis, Buddy Holly melodies. But the crowd kind of warms up to it. So we get to the Elvis Presley melody. I do believe that's what it is, right? Yep, Elvis Presley melody. We get to that. Sings through songs. I like his Buddy Holly and Elvis Presley songs almost more than some of the original songs. Because I just think Phil has this very unique voice, which tends to fit with a lot of my sensibilities when it comes to music. So he gets to the end, and it's supposed to be like kind of the last song before they do their encore, and they're already over time. So they get their power cut by Carnegie Hall. So you get the crowd kind of jeering at Carnegie Hall, and they're cheering for an encore, and Phil and his other musicians are trying to kind of figure out what they're doing. Phil's asking for them to turn power back on so he can do an encore, and he ends up yelling out to the crowd, "That's bullshit," and everyone else repeats after him. And then he went through the 60s, a very aggressive era that was trying to push a lot of change, and it did in some senses. But then you get the 70s. In the 70s and 80s kind of were these resurgences of conservatism, and that kind of discouraged him. So he has this crowd of people yelling, "That's bullshit." And then the next thing he yells is, "We want power." And everyone else in that damn crowd starts yelling, "We want power." And I find that so, like, beautiful in a sense. Like, obviously it's not the end of his career, but if you want to use that to sum up his career, is he's in a room full of people who have been jeering at him about shit, and he turns them to his side, and then he gets a giant crowd of people screaming, "We want power," which was his entire career. It was that younger generation pushing for more power in their government, more change. And it really sums up what he stood for, and I think it's so beautifully eloquent in that sense. That is one of his last sets of live performances ends with an entire crowd of people yelling, "We want power," the summation of his career. It's one of those songs that, like, kind of gives me chills. And I think it's such a fascinating piece of history. I mean, I got introduced to him through a history class where I believe not I Ain't Marching Anymore, which is what you'd probably expect because that's his most well known, but Draft Dodger Rag, I believe, was the song I heard. And I listened to it a few times and I'm like, oh, I think it's funny and it's pretty good. And then I don't know how it happened, but I ended up listening to more of his music. And it's something I do where I find out about a musician, I learn all I can. I find about a show or an actor, I learn a bunch about it. It's just a hobby of mine, and I learned so much about Phil Oakes in a superficial sense, because obviously you couldn't know the man. You couldn't know what he thinks, but you can get these interpretations of him through other people. And I became just enamored with him in that superficial sense. Does this burn? No, it's warm. Piss water. The hell are you? Oh my god, you're interesting. What are you things? A red featherfish. No, stop. A triops? The hell are you? Oh, I hate you, but you're so cool. You're nightmarish, but that makes you all the more interesting. I'm gonna assume you can see me. You're amazing. Yeah, you wanna fucking go? Come at me, you bitch. I'm in the process of exploration. You don't fuck with that. Fucking told you. It's because I don't have any water. Water. I don't have any. Do I? Wait. Oh! Not like, oh, you're slowly losing health. Nope, you just died. And now your stats are fine. Like, what's the point of that? That's so... I had water. It was right in front of me. I misclicked. Well, I didn't misclick. It was intentional. My PC is so fucking hot right now. Probably run better if I took it outside. But I don't think I would be very comfortable with that. But it genuinely does more. Like, it keeps this room warm, which is kind of fun.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Boom. Okay. What? We got the mustache kit. Good. Got our frame picture. We've also got our poster, which is also a picture for stupid people. What is this? This is a depth module. This is depth. This is the prawn suit. Ew. God, I'm gonna have to make the prawn suit. That's more work. Well then, I'd like to say thank you for watching. I'm gonna go and probably eat something because I'm hungry and I'm tired. And I have to go to Barnes & Noble with friends tomorrow, so yeah. I'm gonna head out. See you around.